So, a lot of people have been asking, well, how did you meet?
Family first. There's always family first.
That's maybe the number one question that we get from a lot of people. We've gotten some comments on our videos about it. So we thought we'd share that. They want to know what our love story is, darling. What is our love story? So,
You want to go first?
I was living on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, sitting all by myself in my apartment, very lonely. To be honest, I was just finishing up my master's at NYU, and I was talking with some of my friends and trying to figure out, what should I do? Should I get onto like dating apps? Should I how do I meet people? I'm ready to meet somebody. And so I got onto Bumble. This is not an ad for Bumble, but apparently it works. So I matched with this woman named Grace. She had cool photos. She looked like she was traveling a lot. She had photos from London, and she was nearby, which is important. And I was like, yeah, all right, cool. So we matched. And of course, when you match on Bumble, the woman has to make the first comment. So she messaged me, and we started talking. How was that part from your point of view?
Well, so I was living in Jersey City. I just moved to America to work. Then my cousin came to visit in New York, and I think she saw how lonely I was, or independent. I'd like to say I was independent. And then she urged me to, try this new app that she was using herself. So she helped me download it, fill in all those things, and yeah, I saw you, and I don't know, was it swipe? I can't remember, but swiped. I think I swiped the right side.
I don't remember.
Yeah, so I was working in Manhattan, and I think that's how you saw the distance wasn't far between us. But I was living in New Jersey, which is a bit across the river. But
I didn't know that. So we decided we wanted to meet up. We got to that point. And on the day that I delivered my master's thesis, presented it to my classmates, and basically essentially finished my degree, I met Grace. But it didn't go the way we planned, or at least not the way I'd planned. So we had talked, and one of our common interests was classical music. I like classical music. So I got tickets for the New York Philharmonic. I got these tickets. It was the end of the season. So I was like, yeah, okay. So I delivered my master's thesis. I got on the subway. I was going to head home to change, maybe. I was dressed up. But I was like, I don't want to dress up this much for a first date. I want to be not too crazy. So I'm on the subway and I'm texting with Grace to set up and make sure that we're going to meet in the same place and stuff like that. And I get this ominous text message. I've had an emergency. I don't think I can meet up with you. And I was like, wait, what? And I got a little nervous. I don't know what made me do it, but I got off the subway because I was like, well, let me figure out what's going on. Maybe I can help. I don't know. So I got off the subway, and then I get a text message, another one saying, false alarm, everything's okay. I'm at the subway now. Where should I meet you? And I said, well, where are you? What subway station are you at? She's like, I'm at 59th Street on the Green Line, which is the 456. And I was like, I'm also at 59th Street on the Green Line. And so I went upstairs. I was like, what platform are you at? Where are you? I was going to try and figure it out. I was like, well, maybe we can meet up on the street or whatever. And as I'm on the local platform, I see Grace.
I'm still surprised as to how you knew it was me, because, I look different from the pictures I posted.
Not that different. I definitely knew you was you. I did one of those, rom-com things where I walked past her, and then I realized who it was, and I stopped and turned around.
I was like, who is this? How do you know my name? So, yeah.
And so by that point, we were not going to be able to get to the concert on time.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, why don't we just get a cup of coffee? We'll stay in this area. that's fine. So we got a cup of coffee, and I guess things went pretty well.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
had a lot. We spoke a lot about stuff like the fact that I had a master's, you had a master's, and we had things to.
Yeah,
It wasn't awkward. Let me say that we had so much to talk about.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think we really connected, and obviously, 2.5 years later now, I mean, so much has happened. We're married now.
We've traveled a lot
We've
to
traveled a lot.
Kenya twice.
Yeah, and we've traveled as far as Sleepy Hollow, New York.
We've gone to Boston.
Yeah, and things are great. I mean, at the time when I was thinking about what do I want in a partner, what do I want in somebody I want to spend the rest of my life with, somebody with a sense of humor, somebody who's smart and funny and witty, but is also practical and maybe understands some things I don't, like, for example, finances. And it so happens that that's the field in which Grace works.
Why are you laughing?
Why? Because it was like
Finance is serious. It's not a joke. Anyway.
it was all of those things came together when I met you. So I hope you had a similar, I don't know what you felt.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted someone who's different from me because I'm an introvert. And like he was very extroverted, and as they say, like opposites attract. So I wanted someone who can neutralize things, and you being in theater, in performing arts, so I think that mixed well with things. It balanced things off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's the loud one. Oh, he's funny too. He's more funnier than I am.
I don't know. I actually think, I wonder what the viewers think, because you've now seen maybe a few episodes. Grace has she's got some good jokes. She's got some good zingers in there.
I would say it's not for everyone, just particular.
And you make good faces too.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. All right. Well, that's basically our story. Our story, huh? Stories. Our story. I don't know why that just came to me.
that's his surname, so yeah, in case you're wondering.
It's weird. The episodes are called The Stories. It's
That's
called The Stories.
us.
We are this.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for
So-
watching. Hope that answered some questions. We're gonna do some kind of Q&A in about a month or so. So if you have questions for us, questions about Kenya, questions about US, questions about us, questions about whatever's on your brain, let us know. Find us on social media or comment on these videos. Give us your questions, and then hopefully we'll have some good stuff to answer when we do that.
Yeah.
All right. You want to say Badaya?
Badai.
I don't know why I say it so weird.
Badai.
Badaya.
Badai.
Because there's an E at the end, isn't there?
Badai, yeah.
Oh, but you just say Badai?
Yeah, Badai. Badai.
Badaya.
Bye.